Hello Almir, nice to have you back at Gamescom. Payday 3, it's been 10 years. We had anniversary 10 days ago for Payday 2. How's it going?
First of all, thank you. It's great to be back at Gamescom, especially since we saw each other here as well last. And it's going great. Payday 2, like you said, turned 10 days ago. What a epic achievement by the development team to be able to make that happen. And of course, shout out to our community for supporting us over all these years. Starbreeze, our company, turns 25 this year. In 4 weeks, we release Payday 3, which we're here to talk about today, right? So it's very, very exciting times for us.
Yeah, it's great. I played the closed beta, and we saw the trailer at the opening night with the new heist for Ice-T, I guess. So let's jump straight in. So Payday 3, new mechanics, new graphic engine, new phases, I would call them. So you can now exchange hostages with the police and gain more time to have your stuff. What else is to do for the people?
It's funny you said faces, because I thought you actually meant faces, because it is true, we have updated the look of the characters, because 5 years have passed since Payday 2, right? And when we started working on this project with Deep Silver, our partner in crime and publisher, we were thinking, like, where do we put this Payday 3? Is it a prequel? Is it a sequel? How do we, what time does it happen for the Payday gang? And Payday 3 plays out in the future, or now, in our time. 5 years have passed since the Payday gang disbanded and lived their merry lives until something happened. And now they are back in the world of crime, and they start out in New York City. And they start out in the Unreal Engine. So one of the biggest changes for me with Payday 3 is the foundation, the engine. It allows us to evolve the entire experience of Payday. Unreal 4 allows us to do so many new things that will improve the fantasy of being a career criminal. And over time, in the post-launch, we're looking to upgrade it into Unreal 5. So I think players are going to be super happy about that. You touched on mechanics and other things that are also new. Yes, there is a completely new skill system. In Payday 2, you had 5 different skill trees and dozens of perk decks that you can pick from. But for Payday 3, we have chosen to create a completely new skill tree that is more grounded in the fantasy of being a career criminal. And it contains over 100 different skills that you can choose and pick exactly how you want to use them, which allows you the ability to create your own play style. If you like playing it one way, you can do that. The other, you can do that too. So, and much, much more. Very excited about this release.
Yeah, we tried it in the beta, and it ended every time with a shootout with the police.
Loud, yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty hard. So let's talk about the difficulty levels. You want to live out the fantasy of a heist movie, but you don't obviously encourage them to try a heist because it's pretty hard. You get down all the time. So you introduced the new weapon you can call.
Yeah, we have something called the overkill weapon. So when you play a heist, and when it goes loud, because you start stealth, you case the joint, and eventually if you don't manage to succeed in stealth, it goes loud. You mentioned different phases also, and then there's a negotiation phase with the police, and then the first responders arrive to the scene, and then the SWAT arrive, right, and the real police force, including the specials, Cloaker, Bulldozer, and the Zapper. And the overkill weapon is a new type of weapon that is extremely powerful, but that you have to acquire over time. So the more law enforcers you defeat, a bar is filled, and when it is filled to completion, you press a button and you can call it in. And then you get a grenade launcher, right? And that really helps you, especially when you're in a tough spot. So yeah, that's how that weapon works.
All right, and Payday 2 was lasted that long because the community liked it so much, and then they did everything they could, and you did everything you could to encourage the community to play on for 10 years. Payday 3 next time Payday 4 in 2033 or?
Good question. We haven't talked about a Payday 4, but I'm sure Deep Silver are happy to discuss that eventually. No, I'm kidding. Payday 3 is our focus, and we've agreed with our co-publisher to continue working on Payday 3 for at least 18 months post-launch, which is great, right? Because we have a history with Payday 2, like you mentioned, on working for the game over many, many years. And obviously our ambition and goal and dream is to continue working on Payday 3 for a very long time. And I hope, and I do believe, with a community like this, that the future is very bright for us at Starbreeze Entertainment and Payday 3 specifically.
So let's talk about the heroes of the game. We know the original 4 of the gang. Can you tell us more about anyone else, or are there only the 4 characters in the game?
I wish I could talk about the others. So in Payday 2, in like the Payday franchise, you have over 20 different characters that are already part of the Payday gang. However, for Payday 3, we only know about 4 of them so far. We have announced that there will be 2 more characters, but the rest of them are unaccounted for. And we haven't said yet, they are still secret, who those 2 characters are. So it's very interesting. We will, of course, have to announce them sooner or later. And in the post-launch, the exciting thing about Payday, because the 3rd game plays out in the same universe as the 2nd and the 1st game, everything that has happened in the past is somehow still relevant. So if you have a favorite character that you want to return, it is possible, but we don't know where they are right now.
Okay, so we know we come back to New York, and the game comes out on September 21st for PS5, Xbox, and PC. We had John Wick in Payday 2, and we are in New York. Are there any chances of getting the killer back? Okay, thank you for your time, everyone. Almir Listo, Payday 3, September 21st. Check it out.